What's up, guys? Welcome to StarMade and welcome to my channel. Today, we're going straight into StarMade. We're building a ship from scratch with the starting materials, and then we're diving into the engines for a engine tutorial. So we're about to get ready to set down our core, so we'll call it Proto 1. Boom. And now that we have established our ship, we're going to go ahead and throw down a few things. Shmee. To view power. Battery. Well, there is no battery. Don't know why I said battery. But here we are. Wait a minute. Forgot the most important part. The building assist. Alright. I'm not gonna go crazy, but I will make something that looks fairly decent at the very least. So we'll just go ahead and raise this guy up a little bit. And now we'll do one more, and then we need ourselves some engines in here. And now yellow, and poof, it's gone. And I didn't have to do anything. Alright. Alright, we'll go ahead and make this look nice. And then we'll go from there. Who likes an ugly ship? Those who do not have taste. I'm just kidding. If you like ugly ships, I don't care. Sometimes the ones that are mishmashed and kit bashed are sometimes wind up to be the coolest ones. Woo! Nope. There we go, and finally, done. That would be a figured, oh, almost done. Oops. There we go. We still have some aesthetic changes to make. Whoops. Oops. There we go. Well, it kind of looks like something a 5-year-old would come up with, but it gets the point across. Now, onto the meat of this guide. So normally you hop in, and oh, I just broke my speed record. So normally you hop in, and it takes forever to get your ships going in the right direction. Like even if you're like trying to go this way and you're going in one direction. So come to a full stop here. So what you want to do is we'll go ahead and float over here back to this engine, and you can see by hitting R you can calibrate your engines. So we'll go ahead and do that right now. So you can there's two ways you can do this. You can either do the rotational thrust, or you can calibrate it like this. So if you want more forward momentum, you can adjust it like that. And if you want more left and right, you can do this. So this is probably what I'll do. Now that most of our thrust is gone towards left and right, we have 14% up and down, so this does take a bit of trial and error. But once you have it all set and everything's calibrated, whoa, then you should have but yeah, you can tell like already that this is a lot better than it was in terms of engine power. As we'll go back, forward. Is if you look in the white bar to my right here, you can tell that when I come to a full stop, it's actually more like reverse or back and forth, left, right, and then there's down, and there's down, that's rotation. Up, it will come to a full stop. So if you can look between, this is actually significantly slower, like not in terms of speed, but in terms of acceleration. So that would mean the more you mess with it, the more you mess with the engines, the more things tend to be better. Better things tend to be. There's also thrusters rotation. That is probably something new. So I'm going to play with that and see what. We're going to throw that all the way into 100%. See what happens. Well, it doesn't affect the speed, but what that does do oh, I see. Right. So what that does, because I know we're actually moving very slowly, but we're moving. Well, we might not be moving anymore, but no, we're still moving, just not inside the ship. So say you wanted the rotational thrusters. This is a big deal here because basically depending on how this is set up, there's like more speed or less speed. I'm gonna leave that at 50% just so that I don't have to worry about it. I should be coming to a full stop here because of the damper or whatever. Oh no, I came to a full stop already. Haha. Yeah, the rotational thrusters relate to the brake as well as speed. So if you want to you know, have a ship that you can just cruise slowly with in terms of, you know, the mass. You can just turn that all the way up. And then you can I'm like, actually that actually turns, no, it's still the same speed. But oh well. But yeah, that rotational, if you have it turned down, and let's go 28 milliseconds of speed, and if you look, because I know we're moving, yeah, and to show you we're moving, here's a static object right around here. Well, we're not moving very fast, so. Or probably at all. Probably because I left the core. But anyway, that's basically it. It's just the menu here. I'm going to go ahead and change that back to whatever I had it before, back to 50. But yeah, this is, you can calibrate your engine behavior with this menu here. And it actually does pretty well to do it. Because like if you want a ship that's good steering, like if you, and all that, it's all good. And like, auto dampeners should be pretty obvious what that is. It turns on the damper so that the speed decelerates. If you don't want your ship to stop after you exit the core, then just turn this off. Because then, once you have so then you can just okay, so that's what that is. So if you want to be fully in control of your ship and sort of like be able to move around your cabin, just turn all this off, reactivate damping on exit, and turn off auto dampers. That should actually allow you to travel like so, because then you can hop out. Because then, since you're aligned to your ship, yeah, but that with the damper off, it does give you a warning, being like, hey, if you're not careful, you'll be left behind by it. So this is a really good way to get your ship left behind. So, yeah. But yeah, that is the engine tutorial. Based on the poll, figured I'd do a fairly fast ship with this design. But yeah, that would be it. So without that, pretty much wraps up this tutorial. So if you liked it and it was helpful, I'll do all the YouTube jazz. But till then, I'll see you next time.